Hey YouTube, happy Friday. Let me ask you a question. If you were the richest man on the planet, not the United States, not the richest man in New York State, not the richest man in Northern America, the richest man in the world. If you were the richest man in the world, would you be taking pictures of your penis to send across the airwaves? I mean, of course, I'm talking about this situation with Bezos, the owner of Amazon, and also Washington Post, many other businesses. Extremely wealthy person, right? Something like $170 billion. Even when he gets divorced, even if they cut it right down in half, he would still be worth, close to $100 billion, $80 billion, something like that. More than likely, it won't be exactly half. Most of it's not going to be in cash, but anyway, richest man in the world. Why would you feel like you have to show anybody your penis? Now, it's not like you somebody, I can understand these kids, how when you're a young person, everything you saw a breast. Oh, I saw a breast. Go tell all the boys at school you touched one. I touched it. I touched it. That might be fascinating to a child, a young person. Although they really shouldn't be putting anything out on the internet. They know they can come back on them 100 years later. Be mindful, young people. But if you are the richest man on the planet, don't you realize that no matter what size your penis is or how ugly it is, anything else, they're going to tell you that it's the most beautiful penis I ever saw. Even though it's only 4 inches, they're going to see 10, 9, 10 inches. Someone once said there's no such thing as an ugly billionaire. I'll take exception to Trump. Anyway, I don't see it. Don't be taking, man. Why is a grown man, this man, what is he, 50s? In his 50s, richest man in the world's got, so much going for him. Why would he have to take pictures of his penis? And how juvenile can you get? So I applaud him for standing up to this National Enquirer and telling people, hell no, I'm not doing nothing you say. If you want to send pictures, send them. I don't give a damn. I'm the richest man in the world. Who can harm me? Who will speak against me? Next to God. Who? Bezos, stop taking pictures of your penis. Leave that for the curb creatures and the poor people who feel like they have to impress somebody with their body parts. Unless you just get a thrill out of it. Y'all remember that dude? What's his name? Anthony Weiner. He could not stop taking pictures of his penis. I guess he was so proud of his penis that he wanted little girls to see it. I'm not sure if they were all underage girls, but they're other people, women. He wanted them to see his penis. It's so important to him that even though he was, what was he, a mayor? Even though who he was, even though his wife was working for Hillary Clinton, he felt his fetish was showing people his thing. Craziest thing in the damn world. If you're on any kind of public anything, these days I wouldn't show nothing. When I was a dope fiend, I did a lot of shit. Hopefully it was so disorganized that it all got thrown in the dumpster with all the rest of my shit that when I kept getting busted. But I was under the influence of something. You would have to be. But even then, it was not flashing this all over the internet and showing all these people, all these sex sites. That's why I don't do that. That's why I had to take my early retirement. How big is it? Oh, what about the balls? How is one bigger than the other one? Show me a picture of it. Show me a picture. What the fuck? Listen. How different are they really? How different are the body parts? You know what I'm saying? Young person, you got firm breasts. They sit up a certain kind of way. Isn't it just basically the same thing? An inch or two here and there. Penis, they all look the same, basically. What is the thrill? Unless it's some kind of fetish. And I hope it is not for Bezos' sake. Because if it's a fetish of his, then there are probably hundreds, if not thousands of pictures out there. Let's hope he did not be that stupid. Let's hope that in a moment of weakness, he had a little bit too much champagne. Flirting with somebody online, his girlfriend. And snapped a picture. Let's just hope it was something foolish and silly like that. Let's not hope. I hope that a sober, sensible, reasonable man who is extraordinarily successful in the business world would have enough sense to know that it makes no sense to have those kind of pictures out in the world. I don't care how much you trust the woman. Do you know how many beautiful marriages there were? Oh, I love her. I'll never leave her. Oh, I love this ground he walks on and all this shit. And then when they get to divorce, they can't even be in the same room together. They got to have a mediator to be in the same room. So what makes you think these people affections can't turn at some point? Now, these people, all these scandals, they go back years. All these dudes that they're finding now in Virginia, taking pictures in blackface and all that, that shit happened 30 and 35 years ago. Follow them. You got to be cautious of what you do in these modern times. Cautious. What kind of photographs you take, cautious. Because everything is just a click of the button. You can scan any photograph, drunken in the party, you know, with your mouth open. Any photograph can be scanned and put online in moments. Perhaps even seconds, depending on what kind of equipment they have. So Bezos, good for you that you don't have to bend or bow to anybody. You got enough money to buy the world if you want to. I guess, I don't care. Or maybe perhaps he's proud of his equipment. Maybe he feels like he's been blessed in that way too. But I don't think you got to be proving yourself in any kind of way, particularly not any kind of physical way. No, because no matter how much junk you got in your trunk, there's always somebody with a little bit extra, right? So why you want it out there? Are you comparing? Well, I don't get the thrill, but I know there are many thrills. People like toes, people like elbows, people like all kind of body parts and all this kind of stuff. But why don't you just meet the people and then just show them the real stuff? Show them the real stuff. And you celebrities and people with money and stuff like that, turn those phones off in your bedrooms. There's been so many scandals where people have taken pictures of people unknowingly. I ain't gonna say no names. People, women that you don't hardly even know, might be meeting for the first time, have got cameras, sit it out on the counter and just taking pictures of you acting a damn fool. So many have been caught that way. You want to be in a room with somebody, you want to be nasty and dirty and a little bit wild, make sure all the cell phones are out of the room. There are no laptops open. There's no computers turned on. Check to make sure that the damn thing is not buzzing. Because if anybody else, they would have probably paid them. Any kind of mid-level celebrity, they'd have probably gave them what they wanted, did what they wanted. So, National Enquirer, you met your match. How wonderful it must be to be rich. More than likely, those pictures are still going to leak some kind of way. I don't know what the big deal is, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've seen a lot of them. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't see no major big difference. Now, granted, as you get older, as the gravity starts to, you know, there are differences there, but I don't think anybody's photographing those particular, anyway. Stop it. Stop with all these pictures and these photographs and all this evidence out there in the world. Because it's not just about who gonna bother with showing my picture of somebody. Oh, I was in love. That doesn't matter. We're talking 20, 30 years. That's where all the scandals are coming from. Pictures people have taken 20, 30 in high school, in college. Doesn't matter. That's part of this this computer age. All right. So that's what's going on with Bezos. Is there anything else in the news worthy of speaking? No, that was so disgusting in court today. But that'll be a different video. Have a good Friday, people.